I once walked into a small Sari-Sari store, one of those wonderful little neighborhood shops that dot every corner of the Philippines. I was new, fresh off the plane, and full of that classic American confidence that often gets mistaken for knowing what you're doing. I wanted a big bag of potato chips, so I pointed vaguely at the wall of snacks and declared with a booming voice, "One big bag of chips, please." The store owner, a kind woman with a patient smile, looked at my pointing finger, then back at me. She nodded, then carefully selected 2 small bags of different flavored chips, 1 flavored bag, another flavored bag, and a single, perfectly ripe banana. She handed them to me. I was confused. I had not yet learned the small, unspoken rules of local commerce. I had not learned the language of nuance. I just stood there, a goofy tourist holding a banana I didn't ask for. I could have been annoyed. I could have tried to correct her. Instead, I just laughed. I laughed at myself, at the absurdity of the situation. That small, funny moment was my real welcome to the country. It was the start of a much deeper education than any university could offer. This is the very essence of cultural immersion. It begins with tiny missteps, awkward missteps, often hilarious missteps. So, what is this grand concept of cultural immersion I keep talking about? It sounds a bit like being dunked in a vat of something exotic, and in a way, it is. But it's a slow, gentle dunking. It is the conscious decision to live within a culture, not just alongside it. It means you stop being an observer behind a glass wall, and you start participating in the life happening all around you. It is the difference between watching a parade from a hotel balcony and marching in the street with the local band, even if you are completely out of step. It's messy, it's beautiful, and it is profoundly human. True immersion involves a multi-sensory commitment. It means learning the local language, even if you only start with kamusta, hello, salamat, thank you. It means eating the food the locals eat, not just the tourist-friendly versions. You must try the pungent bagoong at least once. It means taking the jeepney, the wildly decorated and wonderfully crowded public transport of the Philippines, instead of always calling a private car. You will feel the breeze, hear the chatter, and pass your fare down a line of strangers who become your temporary community. Immersion is about embracing the daily routines, festivals, family gatherings, and yes, even the local gossip you overhear at the corner bakery. This process is not a quick fix. It is not a weekend workshop. Cultural immersion is a slow burn. It is a long-term investment of your time and your ego. You must be willing to be a beginner again, okay with not knowing, with asking for help, and with making mistakes. Many mistakes. You give your time, your attention, and your vulnerability. In return, the culture slowly seeps into your bones, enters your dreams, changes the way you speak, the way you gesture, and the very rhythm of your day. It is a transformation that happens cell by cell, conversation by conversation. This is not to say you lose who you are. That is a common fear. People worry they will forget their roots. That is not how it works. Think of it like a tree. Your roots remain firmly planted in the soil you came from. But by immersing yourself in a new environment, you grow new, stronger branches. These branches reach out, intertwine with the branches of other trees, and bear new kinds of fruit. You become richer, more complex, and more resilient. You do not erase your identity, you expand it. You become a living bridge between two worlds, and that is a powerful and beautiful thing to be. The first and most immediate change is the expansion of your mind. Your brain is a pattern-making machine. From birth, it creates mental shortcuts and blueprints based on your environment. This is how you greet someone. This is what polite looks like. This is the right way to solve a problem. When you live in one place your whole life, you start to believe your blueprints are the only ones that exist. You mistake your culture for universal human nature. Immersion shatters this illusion in the most wonderful way. It shows you that there are countless other blueprints for living a good life, and they are all valid. In the United States, efficiency is often king. We want things done quickly. We value directness. We schedule our lives in neat 15-minute blocks. But here in the Philippines, I learned about a different kind of currency, relationship. People often prioritize connection over punctuality. A meeting might start late because your colleague stopped to help an elderly neighbor carry their groceries. This is not seen as an inefficiency. It is seen as a moral imperative. Family and community are woven into the fabric of every decision. If immersion opens your mind, it absolutely rewires your heart. The second major change is a profound increase in empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. You can read about poverty or struggle in the news, and you might feel a flicker of sympathy. It is a distant intellectual understanding. But when you live among people, when you share their daily lives, that distance evaporates. Their stories become your stories. Their struggles and their joys become immediate and personal. When you sit in the shade with a tricycle driver while he waits for a passenger and he tells you about his hopes for his daughter to go to college, you feel his hope. It is not just a statistic about education. It is Mangberto's hope, and it feels real and urgent. When your neighbor's roof leaks during a typhoon and the whole community shows up with buckets and tarps, you feel the power of that collective care. You are not just observing a cultural phenomenon called Bayanihan, you are part of it. You are holding a bucket. Living here has made me a much kinder person. It is almost impossible not to be. When you see the generosity of people who have very little to give, it humbles you. I have seen families share their modest meal with a stranger, me, without a second thought. I have seen people give their time, their energy, and their last few pesos to help someone in need. This everyday, casual kindness changes your emotional baseline. It makes you want to be more generous. It makes you more aware of the needs of those around you. You might start choosing to buy your vegetables directly from the farmer at the local market instead of the big supermarket, not just for freshness, but because you know the farmer's name. You have heard about his kids. Your purchase feels more meaningful. You might become more patient in traffic, realizing that every other driver is also just trying to get home to their family. Immersion transforms strangers into neighbors. It makes their humanity impossible to ignore. It takes empathy out of your head and plants it firmly in your heart, where it can grow and bear the fruit of compassion. Let me tell you a quick story that captures this perfectly. One sweltering afternoon in my first year here, my electric fan broke. Humid Philippine heat. A working fan is survival. I tinkered with it for an hour, sweating, getting frustrated. I was about to give up when my neighbor Lito saw me through my open door. He came over, tools in hand, his hands and mine with tools fixing the fan. He spoke very little English. I spoke even less Tagalog. We communicated for an hour. Gestures, grunts, shared smiles of frustration. He patiently took the fan apart, piece by piece. He pointed to a frayed wire. He made a little zapping noise. He shook his head. He returned with electrical tape and a bit of spare wire, spliced the connection, wrapped it tightly, and reassembled the fan. He plugged it in. The fan roared back to life. I was overjoyed. I reached for my wallet to pay. He waved me off, gentle smile, pointed to his house and made an eating gesture, inviting me for dinner. That evening, porch, family gathered, simple meal, rice, fish, vegetables. His wife taught me masarap. His children giggled at my pronunciation. We didn't talk about anything profound. We talked about the weather. We talked about basketball. We talked about their cat. In that meal, born from a fixed fan, I felt a deep sense of belonging. I wasn't a foreigner or a customer. I was a neighbor. I was a friend. That taught me more about empathy and community than lectures ever could. Lito didn't help for payment. He helped because he saw a neighbor in need. His payment, the connection, the shared meal, the stronger community bond. That's the Filipino spirit in action. It doesn't always compute in a transactional mindset. But once you feel that warmth and generosity firsthand, it changes you. It makes you want to show up with tools, no questions asked. The third major transformation is a change in your very sense of self. When you live deeply in another culture, you do not just observe it, you absorb it. You start to build a hybrid identity. You are still proudly American, or German, or whatever you were to begin with. You carry your history, your values, and your accent, but you also become something new. You become a person who understands removing your shoes before entering a home. Someone who points with their lips instead of a finger. someone who can navigate the beautiful chaos of a Filipino family reunion. This process can be disorienting at first. There are moments when you feel like you do not fully belong anywhere. In the Philippines, you are still the American. Back home, you might feel out of place saying po and opo to elders, feeling conversations too direct and fewer smiles at strangers. One foot in each world feels like doing the splits, until it evolves into being a bridge. You realize you have a unique perspective. You can see your own culture with an outsider's clarity and your adopted culture with an insider's affection. You can explain American customs to your Filipino friends and Filipino traditions to your American family. You become a cultural translator, a connector of people. This dual identity is not a weakness, it is a superpower. It gives you a richness and a depth you could never have achieved by staying in one place. Some simple daily habits are the building blocks of this new identity. It starts with the language. Make it a goal to learn 5 new Tagalog words a week. Use them, even if you stumble. Try the food. Go beyond the famous dishes like adobo and sinigang. Try dinuguan, pork blood stew, or balut, fertilized duck egg. Even if you do not like them, the act of trying shows respect and a willingness to participate. All right, teacher mode is on. Let's get practical. You might be thinking, how do I actually do it? Becoming part of a new culture is not a mystery. It's small, intentional actions you can start today. Move from passive observation to active participation. Think of this as your starter kit for cultural weaving. Grab a notebook. The goal is bright, happy, memorable experiences. Step 1. Slow down and use your senses. Take a sensory walk. Go to a local public market. Do not bring a shopping list. Just go to observe. What do you see? The vibrant colors of fruits and vegetables, the different shapes of the fish. What do you hear? The rhythm of vendors calling out, the haggling, the laughter. What do you smell? Mangoes, salty air, street food. Do this for 30 minutes. Step 2. Ask gentle questions. Don't ask big, invasive questions. Start small. What is this called? How do you cook it? Ask a jeepney driver about his dashboard decorations. Ask in a cafe about the music playing. I'm new here. I'm so curious about... Step 3. Embrace the try and fail cycle. You will mispronounce words, use the wrong gesture, break an unspoken rule. Don't let it paralyze you. Laugh at yourself. Apologize sincerely. Learn from it. Most people will be charmed by your effort. Step 4. Learn one new phrase each week and use it relentlessly. Don't just memorize from an app. Learn it and use it with people. Magandang umaga. Ingat ka. Using the local language says, I respect your culture and I am making an effort to be part of it. Step 5. Offer a small act of help. See someone struggling with a heavy bag, offer to carry it. See a cluttered table at a shared eatery, help clear it. These small, unsolicited acts build trust and goodwill faster than anything else. One of the most profound shifts is learning to dance to a new rhythm of time. In the US, we treat time like a commodity, managed, saved, spent wisely. We live by the clock, our schedules are packed. Being on time is respect. But in the Philippines, time is more fluid, often cyclical and event-based rather than linear and clock-based. Filipino time, a 2 o'clock event might start at 3. To a newcomer, frustrating. As you immerse, you see the logic. The time before is social time, greeting, catching up, strengthening relationships. Learning to relax into this space, to enjoy conversation instead of checking your watch, is a breakthrough. It seeps into daily habits, more buffer in your schedule. See you later could be in an hour or next week. You become more present. When you're not rushing, you notice the texture of life, the guard's 10-minute chat, the kid's street game. These aren't interruptions, they're the substance of life itself. This shift can improve your career, especially internationally. A leader who understands different views of time is more effective, framing deadlines differently in Manila than in New York, building consensus and relationships first, knowing the task flows smoother afterward. What looks like inefficiency may be trust-building for long-term success. By dancing to a human-centered rhythm, you become more relaxed and more effective and culturally intelligent. Your first step starts now. We have journeyed from funny missteps in a Sari-Sari store to the deep rewiring of our minds and hearts. How immersion expands our thinking, deepens our empathy, and enriches our identity. You don't need to move across the world to begin. The spirit of immersion is a mindset of curiosity, humility, and connection, choosing to step outside your comfort zone, even in small ways. So here's my challenge for this week. Take one small step. Visit an ethnic grocery and buy something new. Ask how to prepare it. Learn hello and thank you in a new language. Try it with a native speaker. Order a traditional dish. Or simply ask a coworker, neighbor, or barista about their heritage. Remember my silly chips and banana story? That awkward moment was a doorway. Your first step may feel awkward too, but it leads to growth. Know that you are valuable and you matter. God bless and peace.